How proud are you of what this gym has achieved in the last few years? It's absolutely blown up. And it's funny because all the boys I feel like were talking about you because they'd speak to the media, Izzy blew up and then Dan got a lot of success as well. And I feel like I saw a few interviews just saying there's another one coming. Look out for Brad. He's going to blow it up. And then you did. You've had a brilliant start to your UFC career. So how amazing has the past few years been at that gym?
It's been great. Like we started with a few people that trained in the morning, the professional fighters, like 5 or 10. I think it actually just started with Eugene and Dan Hooker. They were the first two to train by themselves at 10 a.m. And now we have about 30, maybe more. So it's crazy how many people we actually train full time and we get to train with, and watching the gym finally get like some awesome recognition. It's pretty cool. It makes me very proud of my coaches, and it's very deserving for them. It's awesome that Israel brought light to our gym, and I guess we're riding that wave and making our own sort of waves off that as well. So it was very, very cool.
Cool time for New Zealand as well. But you've been in this game for a long time, actually. Incredible kickboxer. It was fascinating seeing you compete in the One Super Series as well. What was your experience like with One, and is there any unfinished business there? Do you think you're only 28, so do you think you'll come back again one day, and are you going to dip in and out of kickboxing?
Uh, I feel like I am gonna probably end my career in the UFC. I'm gonna be there a long time. Like there's a lot of people I want to fight there, and yeah, so I can see me staying there. I really do miss kickboxing a lot. It's only been like 5 or 6 months or something like that, but it was a passion of mine. Muay Thai, everything like that. I spent most of my fighting career in Phuket, doing that stuff. So it's sad that I don't get to do it again. But it's for the greater good. We need to progress in the sport, and if you want to live as a professional fighter, MMA is the way.
How far do you think you can go in MMA? You're probably lurking in and around the rankings, right? Do you think you're pretty close to getting into that top 15?
Yep, I'll be there. I'll be there starting next year. I know this. I feel this. My next two fights are going to put me there, and then I'll have a look and I'll see what Dan's doing. If Dan's like having a crack towards that belt, I'll get into that top 10, and then I'll bump up to welterweight or something like that, or I'll let him do his thing. It's his right to go for that belt first, and I'll reevaluate when I hit that top 10 with Eugene and my other team and Dan, and we'll suss out what's going to happen.
Lightweight. Alex Hernandez is a name you mentioned in the past. Is that still a name you're looking at the moment? He's 15 at the moment.
Yeah, I would love to fight him next. I thought, well, one, I don't really like the way he carries himself, and two, 15 is like a good. It's not, someone like me, as well as I do at the start, I can't be yelling out for like a top 10 fighter. It's just not going to happen. There's too many fighters and lightweight, and there's too many people ahead of me. But I thought, this guy's had a couple of losses. He's not the most liked fighter. He's 15. He's close to that, to that 10. And a lot of people want to see him get beat again. So I was like, I'll pick him. I thought that was like a logical choice,
How soon can we expect to see you in action? You've heard all about the Fight Island stuff. Does that interest you?
Oh, 100%. Like that, just a fight interests me. The crowd and all that stuff, end of the day doesn't worry me. I just want to get in there and get back on my mission. And I'll fight as soon as I can. So I think Dana's saying some stuff about, well, obviously there's next week. And after that, apparently the ball's going to start rolling with this island. So I know Alex is keen. I know Dan's keen. We're going to, they're talking about setting up a training facility. So we're all going to be the first ones on that plane out of New Zealand to go to that training facility and fight as soon as we can. So that'd be awesome.
How special is this division right now? Are you buzzed to be competing 155? Dan's at 5 now, I think. Looking at that top 5, even the top 10, top 15, it's pretty special.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like there's just beast after beast, once you get up there. And like I know a lot of people say they're in the sport to fight the best and be the best, but I don't feel like a lot of people truly are, but I really do enjoy fighting really hard people. Like I like testing myself. Even at training, I like that. I always pick the hardest guys I can to train with at my gym, and I feel lightweight is the best division for that. There's just freaks, and you're never going to get an easy fight. You know what I mean? Like once you hit 15, it's all uphill. Even when you get that belt, it's still uphill. That's even harder. You know, so I'm stoked to be lightweight. I'm really happy to be to be an average size man. You know.
You're so new to the UFC still. You know, a couple of fights in, it's gone so well, which is it's great to see for you. Is there any name that you would absolutely love to fight that just excites you?
Yeah, like Barboza. You know, I watched the way and actually Gaethje. I was watching a bit of Gaethje today, and Ferguson, just trying to make up my mind who I think will win. But Gaethje is an extremely appealing fight, and so is Barboza. Barboza's, you know, very technical. He likes to fight at distance and have like a kickboxing fight with you, and he's good. You know, he's powerful, he's fast, he's experienced. So that would be a very fun fight technically. And Gaethje, that would be a very fun fight to test your soul. You know, it's like test if your soul wants to stay in your body when you fight, because that guy does not stop coming forwards. You know, he comes forward so much and at such a ridiculous pace that he gasses himself out eventually. You know, like he gasses his opponent out, but then he gasses out. He just doesn't know how to stop. So that's a hard person to fight. You know, it's like a juggernaut. I would like at this stage, I'd like to fight Gaethje. You know, that'd be a fun fight at the start of your career, start of your UFC career. I don't know if you'd like to bump into him after having like a long career. That'd be a bit, you know, that'd be a bit of a sucky time. Maybe a Barboza at the end. You know, you get like a nice technical, hard slugfest. Yeah, but Gaethje, that's just a slugfest.
Barboza was my housemate's favourite fighter ever. He loves technicians like that. But what did you decide in terms of Tony versus Gaethje when you were watching?
Well, I think if it goes late, it'll be Ferguson. But Gaethje has the ability early on, because because the thing is, right, everybody, Ferguson has a crazy pressure. Everyone's seen that when he fights. Gaethje has crazy pressure. I think he has more pressure than Ferguson. I think his is greater. He'll push Ferguson backwards. However, I've never seen Ferguson gas. He just keeps going. He keeps going. I've watched Gaethje get tired. Eddie Alvarez, for instance, he got very, very tired against Eddie Alvarez, gassed himself out, and Eddie managed to remain calm, pick him off, and he won. He stopped them. But I can't see him gassing out Ferguson. You know, the guy is weird, and he's got a body frame that doesn't require a lot of energy. You know, it's a skinny, light frame that can just keep ticking along. And if he ends up on the ground, he's dangerous. As soon as you get slippery, it gets wet and slippery and sweaty with Tony Ferguson, that's when he seems to do the best. You know, even if you're in his guard, he starts to cut you from the bottom, and he's one of those bony, awkward people. So yeah, early on, Gaethje. After, you know, start of 3 on is gonna be Ferguson's time.